Okay, report to the in progress. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our second rally. We are so excited that you are here. We are going to let everyone kind of trickle in over the next couple of minutes. While everyone is trickling in, if you could put in the chat, and I will type it out in just a second, your organization that you're representing, or if you are an individual or a business, any of that, you know, a little bit of information about you, your name and your org, if you would like your position there. And then if you did anything fun for spring break, or if you have anything planned that's fun for spring break, or what you enjoy most about it, and let us know.
Jess, I'll type it in the chat.
Thank you. For those of you just joining, Angie is putting a little warm up in the chat. Thank you, Jasmine, for starting us off. So we're going to want to put our names, organization that you're with, or where you're representing, or if you're just an individual or a family who's joining us. And something fun you did over spring break. I know DCPS is on spring break right now. So if you have kids in DCPS or a private school or something, you might be on spring break. I got in the chat, somebody said nothing really fun, just relaxed, which is lovely. Like a staycation or something along those lines. Oh, Amy put in a huge pinwheel planting ceremony for Child Abuse Prevention Month. That's amazing. Pinwheel planting ceremony. I would love to see photos of that. And especially, we had such a windy weekend. That must have been amazing. Oh, and Beth is trying to navigate homeschooling. I wish you luck. I have done some of that and it is a challenge, especially working full time. I feel you. Well, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate everyone putting their info in. We have a couple more people joining us. So we'll give it until 11:34. We'll give it another 60 seconds for people to file in. I appreciate everyone coming and joining on time. I know you have busy schedules, so we do really appreciate everyone hopping on. And as you know, in a couple of days, you'll get an email with the recording of this. So for those of you who are watching this because you were not able to attend, thank you so much for registering and paying attention and watching it again so you can get all the information you need. Okay, so I do have a little bit of a PowerPoint that I'm gonna pull up, which is just gonna guide us. It gives us a little bit more information on what's going on. Let me see. I think I share screen and then I put it in presentation mode. I appreciate you understanding the tech difficulties. Okay, can everybody thumbs up if you can see my screen and it looks like it's supposed to, and you don't have all the little details of the PowerPoint on the side? I did it right. Fabulous. Okay, so Children's Mental Health Matters, that is why we are all here. A little bit about the campaign. You guys probably already know this, but it's a great little reminder. We've been around, I think actually the 27 is, I think it's longer than that. I think it might be 28 or 29 years, but we have been here over a quarter century. And these are some of our goals. We're really just trying to reduce stigma. We're trying to get the word out about children's mental health and how important it is. We're trying to be role models. And we're trying to highlight awesome, innovative, creative, local community events and activities that serve our community across Maryland. How the campaign works, we partner with different partners and champions like yourselves, and we get the word out to families. Okay, campaign reach so far. Do not disappoint me, but can you put in the chat what you think our individual champion number is right now? Don't guess too high, it will hurt my feelings. We are doing our best to get champions. And Angie, I can't see the chat where I'm at. So do we have any guesses yet?
We do. Let's see. We have Mary says 250.
Mhm.
Oh, it's coming in fast. Meredith 300. Stephanie says 85. Carol 450. Love that confidence. Amy 48. Come on, Amy. Chris says 200. Tiara 135. Sherry says 300. Sarah 175.
All right, so are we ready? 485 as of this morning. So we're doing pretty well. We're very excited. We are so close to 500. I'm sure we will reach that. Hopefully maybe even 600 by the end of May, because that's usually our big push for people. So 485 people who all signed up and committed to children's mental health awareness this month, which is so exciting. If you guys didn't have a chance to see it with our partners over at Maryland Coalition of Families, they do all the recruiting and processing for our poster. And this is our winning poster. I'm not sure if you guys got to vote on the top 3. We had great submissions this year. And I absolutely love this one. This is the one that I voted for. So if you hadn't had a chance to see it, here it is. And it was done by, I believe she's like 11, maybe an 11-year-old named Bryn. Who's a student at in Maryland. Okay, and big news, at least for Angie and I on the campaign, we have our new toolkit. And it has come out, it is updated. So it's a lot of material that you guys have probably seen, but we went through, took out some things that were less relevant this year and added a whole bunch of new stuff. Some of those exciting highlights are, of course, our resource downloads, which are just resource kits, resource information on different common mental health disorders, helping children deal with grief, all sorts of those types of things. We have morning script announcements. We've updated those, which are fantastic. It's great if you work in a school situation. And we have information on there. And also one of the things we included was to make sure that you're including any resources you have at the school. So it's, hey, if you're having a hard time, please reach out to, and then you fill in the name of maybe your school counselor or somebody who could be, who's assigned to be of assistance, so that, you know, we're not just bringing awareness, but we're giving kids real people that they can reach out to throughout the day. Our champion store, which we have pushed a lot. Angie and I are both in our Children's Mental Health Matters t-shirts and proudly wearing them. They have all sorts of things, tote bags and mugs and anything you could want, so that when you are out tabling, it's easily identifiable. Or if you're just at the grocery store and you have your tote with you or your t-shirt on, and people can ask you, and you have the opportunity to spread the word. In the toolkit this year, there's sections for individuals, families, schools, and businesses. So no matter who you are, you can find resources that are catered to you and the community that you're serving. And my favorite is email signatures and social media graphics. The reason why I love this so much is it is such an easy, simple way to participate in the campaign. You can change your email signature. You can put out some social media graphics if you're on Facebook, or I am obviously old, so Facebook is my jam. But if you are a young person on TikTok, or I actually don't know if we have a TikTok handle, but if you are a younger person or somebody just more in the know and have other social media outlets, you can put the graphics up there, and that's a way to spread somewhat simply, at least for me and other tech savvy people. Sort of. I mean, we saw how I pulled up the thing. So, you know, I was tech savvy for my age, I guess. Okay, take action. This is where you guys come in. These are all of the things that you can do, but not limited to. Utilizing our resources, check out your toolkit, look at our online directory, see if there's any great information in there that you want to bring. Also email us, let us know if there's information that's lacking. We are completely open. We redesigned the toolkit. We'll work on it again and update it a little bit more for next year. So we would love to hear your feedback on what would be great things to include, or things that maybe are out of date or don't seem super useful. Please let us know. You are absolutely part of this campaign, and we can't do this without you. So we want to make sure that we are tailoring our information to what is valuable and important. We have monthly mental health webinars. If you haven't been to one, they're a lot of fun. They cover a variety of different topics. It's not necessarily just regarding children's mental health. We also have people on there talking about mental health in general. So there's something you can get out of it, even if you don't necessarily work with children or have children of your own. This month is supporting your child with autism spectrum disorder, and we have the link up there. The PowerPoint will go out with our email, and Angie will be dropping links in the chat. So if you've missed them in your email, you will be getting them. And then we have another webinar scheduled for the 16th. If you're planning awareness events or activities, I know May is our big month, so I'm sure we're all gearing up to do that. Share details and let us know. I put link to share about events and then did not put the link in. But we will be getting the link out to you. It's on one of the other pages, so that you can share your events with us. Part of that is because we are so excited. We want to know how we can help support. We want to make sure you have enough of your supplies. We love to see the impact across the state. And also we need to report it for our state impact. So for our reports, we'd like to let them know and brag about all the amazing stuff that all of our champions are doing across the state. So it gives us that opportunity to highlight those events. Also, please, please, please send us photos. We love pictures. We'd love to see what schools are doing, what community events people have attended. And then our champion rally, our next one of these will be our wrap-up rally, which is where we talk about the events that have happened. We start talking about planning for next year, what went well, what didn't go well, and how you can better support each other in the upcoming year when it comes to your events and the things you're doing throughout the year. Important dates to remember this month. Children's Mental Health Awareness Week is the 5th through the 11th. The 7th is Wear Green Day. So if you have green or Children's Mental Health Month, Children's Mental Health Matters Month, like t-shirts or any of that kind of stuff, please, please, please wear it on the 7th. And the 16th is our webinar, which is, it's not the 16th. It is, sorry. It is the 18th, my mistake, is our Children's Mental Health webinar, and that is coming up on Thursday.
I have a quick question.
Yes, please.
Sorry. Did the day change for the Wear Green? Because it's always been a Thursday, and of course that's when we scheduled our casual day.
So yes, this has been an interesting debate in the community. I think it's they changed it this year, and I can't remember. Angie, do you remember which resource? Because we had a couple conflicts.
Yes, we followed the Mental Health Association, the National Mental Health Association date. We were looking at past dates, and yes, you're right. It typically has been on Thursday, but we followed theirs this year.
Yeah, so you might see it on Thursday.
Mental Health America. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you might see it on Tuesday. You can also wear green that, like, the whole week. That is my plan, just to get around it. But also, you are not wrong in saying it's Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, because it turns out there are a couple of them depending on which organizations you're following. There's not like consensus on a national one, this year for some reason.
Perfect timing.
Last chance to order promo kits. So I know a lot of you have ordered promo kits. Some of you have gotten them. Some of you are probably still waiting. They're definitely going to be coming before your events. They are being shipped out in accordance to the order in which your event is happening, not the order in which they were received. So if you're having an event pretty soon, it should be coming soon. However, the last chance to order a promo kit, that is bracelets and tattoos and magnets. We have some chapsticks this year and all sorts of stuff you can hand out at your events. That survey is closing on Friday at 5 p.m. So please, please, please get your orders in by Friday, so that we can make sure that they get to you before your event. And let us know about your events, what we had talked about previously. Let us know what's happening. We can add it to our calendar on our website. If you have a registration link, we'll throw it up there. If it's not open to the public, we can just advertise that an event is happening and a little bit about it, but not send a registration link or access to it. But we really just want to know what's happening in communities around mental health. And then here are all of our tags. Go ahead,
Just
Angie.
Amy in the chat. That's great, Amy. You received your promo kit. Looks like we missed some chapsticks. We can get you some chapstick if you want that. But you, Amy did ask about the poster.
Yeah,
And,
that's what I'm curious about.
So our partner, Maryland Coalition of Families, actually holds all those posters, and you can request them. And I do believe there is a link on their site where you can request posters. See if I can grab that for you. Any other questions about the promo kits? Or sharing of the events? I did drop all those links in the chat.
So I know I talk a little fast, but luckily everything was up on the PowerPoint so that you could follow along. How is everyone feeling coming into May and into our large event months? Let us know if you have an event coming up that you would like to have a little bit of support on, and we can chat a little bit about it. Maybe there are people who can attend or who can give some tips on setting up. If anyone has anything coming up that they wanted to chat about, or something fun and creative that they just wanted to get their ideas out there and let people know what's happening, and what exciting stuff.
So I'll just share, and this isn't specifically for the Children's Mental Health Matters campaign, but as I said before, you know, we do a big Pinwheels for Prevention campaign during April's Child Abuse Prevention Month. And one of the components of that campaign is that we partner with Caroline County Public Schools for all the students to color pinwheels of hope that we use to fill our office windows. And it's become a huge thing where we now have an exhibit at the local art gallery. It's a Pinwheels of Hope exhibit at the local art gallery. And this year was our 4th year doing it. And we've had as many as 25% of all the Caroline County Public School students participate. And one of the things that I learned this year during the campaign is that a lot of students are using them to support their mental health. I heard from one of the school principals that he had seen students go to get the coloring sheets to use them to kind of de-stress and decompress when they were having, you know, a rough day or whatever. So I'm really just mentioning that because, and coincidentally, I attended, and I think it might have been through MCF, I'm not sure. I attended a webinar recently called The Healing Power of Art. And, you know, it's a cool activity. And like I said, you know, for us, I mean, I'm looking at my window is full of these colored pinwheels, and they're in storefronts all up and down the street and everything. And we've seen children come and find their own pinwheel in our window. So I'm really just sharing it as another way to really support children's mental health, just through art and coloring and some kind of a project like that. And what we did also is this year we awarded the school with the highest percentage of students participating. We awarded them with a Kona ice party. So yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic, Amy. Thank you so much for sharing. The so the Healing Power of Art was our last month's webinar.
Okay.
So glad that you were able to attend. Yeah, it was a lot of fun and interactive. And in the resource kit, there are some coloring sheets that you can print out for different age groups and stuff. But I love that. That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing.
Hello, this is Lily Hinkleman. I'm the Director of Operations and the OMHC at Community Mental Health and Mentoring Services. So I'm new to the group and new to the agency, but I wanted to introduce myself and let you know about our summer enrichment program that's going to begin on May 24th. That's on a Monday. It'll be 4 days a week, and it will end August 15th, which is on a Thursday. We'll be doing mental health groups, psychodynamic therapy, which will be fun. They'll be able to do some drama. We'll have classes, science classes, math classes, art classes. We'll do field trips every Thursday. So it's going to be a fun summer. It's going to be 8 weeks, and they have to have either already have a mental health diagnosis, or if they come in and want to see our doctor and do an intake, then if they suspect that their child has a mental illness, then we can assess them prior to the a summer enrichment program.
Great. And how do folks get signed up for that, or how can they qualify for that?
Like I said, they have this. We're going to do children ages 4 to 17. They'll have their own age appropriate groups and things, activities. But they would just call CCMS, Community Counseling and Mentoring Services. The number is 301, and I can put this in the chat.
Yes.
301-583-0001. So it's going to start May the 24th. So if they don't have a mental health diagnosis already, then they would need to come in and be seen by the doctor and the therapist prior to the this program starting. So now until the program starts in June.
Well, fantastic. Thank you so much. And do you work in like an office setting?
We do. It's at 1300 Mercantile Lane in Largo, Maryland.
I know PG County has some great representation for children's mental health, but it's always useful if you want to let your parents know they can sign up, or clients who come in. I'm assuming parents of clients, since you're working with children, or
Yes.
guardians of clients, and have them sign up so that they can join the campaign, so that they can get all of these resources and the toolkit mailed to them, and all of those pieces. That would be fantastic.
Thank you so much. I'll put the phone number and address in the chat.
Great. Thanks.
We
That
also
sounds like a
have-
fantastic resource.
It was nice to meet everyone.
As well. We also had a question from Carol asking about Caroline County events in Greensboro. Carol, do you want to jump in and add any more, or?
Sure. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I have a teenage son right now, struggling with mental health issues, and There are a lot of children in my neighborhood as well as in my community here that I think would benefit. I don't drive, but I often do a lot of positive affirmations and things like that right here in the little playgrounds in my apartments. And I was wondering if I could do like my own little event for them because a lot of kids right now are struggling with addiction and parents struggle with seeing their children hurt and just trying to offer resources here and as well as for my son and things because I know right now it's a struggle, everything that I'm going through personally. I also have 2 adult daughters and it's been a long haul.
Well,
But-
thank you, Carol, for speaking up and sharing that with us. I'm assuming that you are already a champion if you're here. But you
am, yeah.
absolutely can host something yourself for your small community, and we'd be glad to, send you some publications and materials that you can.
Okay, that's all.
Can I jump in here real quickly with a thought, a suggestion, and we
please.
can talk further about offline about this too, Carol. But
Okay.
Greensboro has Greensboro Connects in their town hall, and I know
Oh.
Amanda recently used Greensboro Connects to do an autism awareness event. So
wow.
we can talk offline if you want, but I'd reach out to Amanda over at the town hall. She's the what is she, the Main Street coordinator, I think. And like I said,
Okay.
for Greensboro Connects, she'd be happy to do something. And Kara, who's the CCPS coordinator, she lives in Greensboro. So I would imagine she would she might be
Yeah.
able to offer some suggestions too.
Yeah, Kara's awesome. I'm doing a really great program through the school system. It's that parent support.
Oh,
where
yeah.
It's and I have my master's degree. I mean, I taught special ed for years, so I did behavior. So, but it's different when it's your kid, and you can always learn. And
Yeah.
the thing is, it's just amazing because the course I'm doing right now is it lets you put yourself in the position of your child to help you understand what they feel like if they're addicted to something or gaming or be it managing emotions. And it's been so helpful. Kara's great. So, okay, I'll ask her too. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you. This is so much of what we want these rallies and meetings to be, is people connecting with each other and their resources in their communities so that we can spread awareness. So thank you both. That was really great. Anyone else have something coming up that they would like to chat about, either to advertise it a little bit and talk a little bit about it, or something that they might need some support on?
I'm going to put my namesake on the spot, Angela Gray. She shared an event in Hartford. Is Angela still here? I'm looking around. She shared an event in Hartford County. So just wanted to hear a little bit more about that.
It looks like she may have hopped off because I don't see her on the list. Okay, and Lily put the information in for the summer enrichment program. Oh, well, cello, what a wonderful idea. That's adorable. Did you want to talk a little bit about that or just keep it in the chat? Is it Tiara?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
So my office is in between the gym and the cafeteria, so my apologies. This is a little loud.
That's okay.
That's why I typed in the box. But yep, so this year, so I do a lot here in general, just around mental health and wellness, 365 days of the year.
We appreciate it.
They really blow it up. And so one of the things that we're doing this year, we do have an annual school science fair. And so this year, the teachers came to me and asked me if I wanted to make, since it will be in May, make it more around mental health and wellness. And so the students are actually we're going to take over the entire school. And so the students are actually going to do different projects on the various different dimensions of mental health and wellness. So they can talk about everything from diagnosis to how video games might help, or, just different things, very holistic practices of how youth and children can manage their mental health. But then we're going to also have in our gym space vendors who will also represent mental health and wellness, different aspects. So again, that children and families can see that mental health just isn't like put in some box. But also one of my goals is to make mental health more equitable to children, because often adults are gatekeepers to mental health, and often most people don't seek mental health until way over their 18 and in their adulthood. And so many of the stations will be kind of things that children probably have in their home or their bedroom. So there'll be like a Lego building station. There'll be a coloring station. We're going to have an affirmation station. So we're going to have different things that even if an adult can't help a child access, these are things that they have. We'll have a music station. We'll also have different demonstrations. So we'll have a yoga demonstration, an African drumming demonstration, so that again, children can kind of see that even without adults, they can still manage their mental health even at a very young age. And so we are seeking different vendors, and like I said, we want them to represent all the 8 dimensions of health and wellness. So, from social to true mental health to spiritual, like each and every dimension, in a creative way that will engage both the children and families. And we're looking to have volunteers and just kind of take it over for that day. So we're really excited.
That sounds incredible. Thank you so much for sharing and for helping to organize that. It sounds great. And I loved your point on adults being the gatekeepers to children's mental health. I think that is very true, and something that we have all kind of put a lot of thought into, and trying to figure out how to target kids and get coping skills and different ideas to them when their parents might be reluctant or just not involved or knowledgeable enough about it.
Absolutely. And that's literally the whole goal. I spend a lot of time as a school social worker helping children to develop their own toolbox. So yeah, Welchella, play on Coachella, is just all about presenting different aspects of mental health. Just as Coachella has different music genres, I also want to show them different ways to support mental health that they can, have in the palm of their hands, literally.
Thank you. We look forward to that. That sounds like it's going to be a great event. Please take photos, and then send them our way.
Yes, tag us. I put the hashtag in the chat earlier, but make sure you tag us. And also the link to share your event. We'd love to feature that event, Tara, on our website.
Will do. Thank you.
And any event that you can send along with some photos, we would love it. We can put it up on our website. We can share it on our social media. If you send us your tags for your school, for whatever you'd like highlighted, we will be sure to include that when we do shout outs on social media and whatnot, so that you guys can get a little bit of traffic your way for the awesome stuff you're doing.
Oh,
Well,
I
I'd
did
like
want
to say something. Hello, my name is Sherry Allen, and I'm actually from Chrisfield, Maryland at Woodson Elementary School. And I have to say that one of the things that we're going to do here at our school is we're going to have the BMX assembly, and for all the students, and basically, for children who have behavior problems, and just to help to motivate them. Is our first week. Also, we're going to give out our bands, and we're going to do fingerprints for mental health that week. There's so many. Our staff is going to be wearing our mental health shirts during the week. Our kids are going to be wearing the color green. So I know I am missing something. However, I'm really excited about the BMX coming, to our school, and to help motivate not only the students, but also the staff too. So we're looking forward to that. And yes, I will actually send that out. But I just had to say something from Chrisfield, Maryland.
Thank you,
Well,
Sherry.
thank you. Thank you. And also, I know you said you're missing something, but also check out our resource kit and see if you want to browse through there and if there's anything meaningful that you can print out and share. And if you did miss any details that you already have planned for your event, just send them to us when you send the photos and whatnot, and we'll be sure to include some of the fun stuff that you guys did.
Oh, definitely. And my last question to you is there certain things that are still free? I know, things in the past like the wristbands and, the buttons. Is all of that stuff still free? Because I'm gonna go ahead and put that in now.
Absolutely. So that is what we've been talking about, our promo kits. That is exactly what you're talking about. We will get those shipped out to you. We need the we need that Survey Monkey back though. It closes on Friday. So if you do have things you would like to order, definitely make sure to get that in. And if there's specific things, like I mentioned chapsticks, we don't have a lot of them, so we can send some. But you can also fill out that form and there's a little info box that kind of like more information. And if there's something you're like, my kids love the pencils, please send more, just let us know. Because we have a very small team that is working on packing it and we'll be able to do some individual stuff. So Meredith Miller said if you asked a question about if you had placed that order a while back, should be expecting to get it. So yes, we are sending the orders out and our people on our team are sending the orders out in the order in which the event is, not the order in which it was received. So you will receive your materials before your event, but we had to make sure that we were getting those April events out first. Yes, so, and we expect a big shipment to go out on Monday, which is why we are closing on Friday. So our educator resource kit. So our resource kit is now, the new one is out. I think Angie's going to drop it in the chat if she hasn't already. Our new toolkit is out and it is broken up into, is it not toolkit, Angie? Is resource? Yep, go for it.
The educator resource kit, that is the most recent update. Mary, were you looking to request some of those? We do have a
Oh, the printed ones. I get what you're
Mhm.
saying. Thank you.
Oh, I was looking for the toolkit.
Oh, you
okay.
are looking for the toolkit.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
sorry.
They all sound very similar
Yeah.
and they have varying
So many
things of what they are.
Yeah, can you
so-
drop that link in the chat for the toolkit?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
And the
you.
toolkit is updated. We have new scripts for morning announcements if you're in a school. We have it broken out by individuals and businesses and schools so that you can find the right resources fairly easily. And again, we've talked a bit about, we really need your feedback on those things. If there's stuff that's like a huge black hole that you realize there's something missing that's super important that we should get in there, let us know. We will make sure that we talk about it and try to get it in for next year. And if there is something that you think is a little redundant or maybe outdated, or maybe the language isn't quite what you were hoping for, please let us know because we improve on that each year. And we work with the feedback that we get in order to do that. Which is one of the wonderful and terrifying things of being a tiny team is that you could make big changes like that, but also it's just a couple of us doing it. Small but mighty, our crew. Okay, so two things. The first is I'm going to drop a poll in just to see where everyone is representing. So it should pop up now and it's asking which county you're representing. Oh, statewide and Baltimore is winning.
Any Charles County folks with me here? Way down in Southern Maryland.
Nothing from PG yet. That's where I'm at. All right. I'm gonna end the poll. Thank you for all of you. I'm gonna share where we're at. So you guys can see what percentages that people answered. Some Kent, some Howard, some Hartford. A nice showing from Somerset.
Somerset for the win.
All right, thank you guys so much. And then I wanted to ask, I wanted to let you know that we only had a couple of events that came through. I know we've been sending you a lot of stuff, and unfortunately it's not going to get any better because we are jumping into May. And we will leave you alone in June, I promise. And then we will be back annoying you when we gear back up. We do run the campaign all year long. We have webinars all year long, so we encourage you to join those. But things do slow down a little bit when it comes to campaign stuff in June. So we have sent a lot of things. One of them was a survey on, which we've shared a few times, on the events that you have coming up. So we had a couple people answer. What I will say is we talked about our swag store. So we are going to take, once our survey closes, we are going to take all of the events that, all of the names of folks who have submitted their events through that link. And we will draw a name for a raffle in the next 2 weeks, and we will let you guys know. And that raffle will win a tote bag from our merch store. The tote bags are lovely. They are black. They look like Angie's shirt. They are black and they have the Children's Mental Health Matters logo on them. They're fantastic I have used it to throw my water bottle, my laptop in like a little padded thing. I think Angie just shared a picture. A notebook and a couple other things like a clipboard when I was doing an event, and it holds everything and it's great to carry around. It's also, I've used it for groceries, and I get folks who have commented on it. And then it gives me that great opportunity to bombard them with all of the information I have and coerce them into signing up.
Of course. Yeah, so make sure you get your events in so you can be in the raffle. And if we're feeling really generous, maybe we'll stuff some other stuff inside the bag.
Yeah, there might be a couple little surprises in there when it goes out. But you can only be entered into that raffle if you submit your events through our Survey Monkey. All right, we have a little bit more time. If there's anybody who wanted to share anything or get some input or advice or support in an event that they have coming up, or a question they have regarding the campaign or families they're trying to reach. Okay, Angie, did you have anything else you wanted to share?
I wanted to ask, we have a zillion of those tattoos. Do the kids like the tattoos? Do they actually wear them at the events? Has anyone had an event yet where they gave out the tattoos?
What I will say, a little word of advice for the tattoos, because it can be a little tricky on how to apply them. Because like you can apply them at your table, which I suggest doing if you have staffing for it. If you have 2 or 3 people, you can have some person who's like just doing tattoos. And that also is nice because when the kids are sort of hanging out, the parents hang out, and the more people that are at your table, the more people who come to your table, because they see there's something happening, is to bring a spray bottle and a rag. And you just spray, you put the tattoo on. I worked at summer camp, so I'm a pro at this. And then you spray the back of you peel off that plastic, you put it on their arm, you spray the back with the water from the spray bottle, and then you just hold the rag on it for about 20 seconds, and then it should come off perfectly. But I know it can be a little bit of a logistic nightmare trying to figure that out, of how to get water and how to get it on. And so a spray bottle works really well. Somebody in the chat had said something about the promo kits. So again, we're shipping them out based on when your event is, not necessarily when they were received. So I know that must be frustrating if you had sent in your request a couple of weeks ago and you haven't received anything yet. It will be coming, it will arrive before your event. We have a big chunk of them going out on Monday as well. So if you have an event and you're getting a little nervous, it's going to be in, say, maybe 5 days or so. Feel free to give us a call or drop an email into the info box and let us know that you have an event, you haven't received it yet. And then we'll make sure we can double back and make sure that we've sent it out and let you know when it should arrive, or we can rush send it at that point.
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
So I know we're participating in an event at the end, April 27th. And I know a lot of our community partners are gonna be there too. Should we just like check with them to see, like, does it matter how many different organizations are at the same event handing out Children's Mental Health Matters campaign stuff? Like, or is, I guess the more the merrier?
The more the merrier, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
We would love to see represent, if we can get 2 tables at an event, that's fantastic.
Okay, cool.
All right, well, thank you so much all for joining us. We will be sending out a recording of this webinar as well as the PowerPoint, which has a bunch of links in it. And you have links in your emails and you have links in this chat, but of course, always email us at info. If you lose a link or you need something, we're happy to send it out if you're looking for it. And we hope that we get to see you guys on Thursday for our autism webinar. So have a great afternoon, everyone.
Thank you all.